Welcome, friends. I am Bonnie Sue. This is Moonbeam Wisdom, my friendly YouTube channel. And today I am here with some moon medicine. We are honoring the full moon in Sagittarius. Love fire energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're feeling like burning everything to the ground, I fully support you in this. Make sure you're replanting it with lots and lots of good intentions. So I welcome you to today's YouTube video. This is the second unedited live, well, not live, but it is recorded, moon medicine gathering that I've been doing, where we open up our moon medicine boxes and we dig into a little bit of ritual. I'll pull some cards for us. Just really excited that you're here with me. So if you have your moon medicine box, it will look like this. Well, maybe not quite like this. It might be a nicer box, but you can go ahead and pull it out. I think the plan tonight is we'll go through our boxes and we'll see what kind of tools we have, how we can use those tools, and then we can step into a little bit of ritual. The moon medicine that's in here is one that I've made, so I'm very, very proud of it, but it's not like a long ritual. It's not going to take a long period of time, so it's something that you can do sort of on the go-ish. So my altar is very, very set up. I have lots of crystals hanging out with me today. I have lots of tools, lots of hape. I'm getting ready to leave for Peru, so I'm trying to find what tools I want to take with me for ceremony and whatnot. One more week. Okay, so let's grab our boxes. Hopefully you've opened the card on top that tells you how much I love you. You've looked at the stickers that are inside. Let's dive in. So we'll go through one by one. I'm going to sort of start on like the right hand side because it's going to be easier to unpack. So starting underneath all of the filler paper. Oh, I don't want this to fall. You got your little Moonbeam Wisdom bag. It has my little logo stamp on there. And then inside, you're going to find your bracelet. So every moon medicine box will come with a bracelet that's attuned to the moon. There's lots of Reiki infused in this. The crystals that we used this month are lapis lazuli, amethyst, citrine, sodalite, and turquoise. Really, really great to sort of connect you to your solar plexus, help you clear out a little bit of junk that might be blocking your throat chakra. So if you're looking on trying to connect to your highest self and speak your truth, this is the bracelet for you. So I'm just going to set that on with intention for me to help speak my truth. Ooh, it seems like I have lots of amethyst and blue on my wrist. I usually always have turquoise. And then the crystal that we're working with is Sodalite. So here's my little blue Sodalite crystal. Probably can't see it very well. Sorry. So everybody gets a little crystal in there. I think I'm going to add, I have like this little, these are sort of like all the moon medicine crystals that we've had minus one. So I'm just going to add it to my little dish here. Nice crystal. And then this I might use later. I haven't really decided what I'm going to use my salt ritual for. So every moon medicine box will also come with a salt ritual. So we'll get to that in a minute. We also have a candle, little Sagittarius sticker on there. So I make all of the candles. They're 100% natural soy. Ooh, my wick went up my nose. This is peppermint and lemon essential oils, doTERRA essential oils if you're curious about what I use. Super duper excited about the little gift that we have this month. I don't know if you can see here. They are some beginner tarot cards. Meaning tarot is what they said, but they're mainly beginner. And I think the reason why I like them so much is because tarot can sometimes feel a little overwhelming. There's like, you know, right side up, upside down. Well, these cards, not only are they super pretty, I really like the back, but the front of them has all of the information written on there. It's a little small. I feel like I can read it without my glasses. But it'll tell you what the card means right side up. And then if the card is actually flipped, it has the writing in the direction that you can read it. So you can see what it means. It signifies what element the card represents, what planet the air or the card represents, what number the card is. So I thought these were pretty cool. I thought these were going to be perfect for me for when I go to Peru, because I did want to bring my cards with me, but I'm only bringing a backpack. So I want to make sure that the stuff that I'm bringing is actually like, I can fit it in too. Like, it's not a lot to carry. So I got these. I'll probably put them in a little bag. I'm sure I have a little bag. So anyways, we got some cards, tarot cards, excited about those. And then also in here, we got some essential oil, an anointing oil. This is for strength. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to put this on I'm going to put a little oil with the intention that I need strength for my upcoming trip to Peru. I'm just going to put a little drop on I just put a drop on my crystal, and I'm just rubbing it with the intention of strength to help bring me strength. That, since I got there. And then we also have our cleansing tools. So we have our Palo Santo stick and our bundle of sage. This is probably one of my favorite bundles of sage. I tend to use this a lot, especially when I'm in combo ceremony. I really like the way that the Kapal smells. So this is a Kapal infused bundle of sage. So it's California white sage, and then it's dipped in Kapal resin. So it's got resin of the Kapal. It smells like a campfire. When I was in training a couple years ago, we were taking the pine cones that we were finding around the property, and we were picking off the sap, and we were burning it on like a charcoal stick. So this reminds me of that. I'm very excited about that. I did bring my abalone shell. So much stuff over here. And then there is our plant medicine. This is a fire elixir. We're going to come back to that, and I'll talk a little bit more when we get into ceremony. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I got everything. There's 10 items that come in each box, and I just wanted to make sure I picked everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On my wrist. The incense that we got is Kapal incense. Oh, one of my favorites. Also, again, you got the Kapal resin, and you got the Kapal sage. Incense and sage. And then our salt ritual has lemongrass, peppermint, and sage. So usually comes just the sea salt by itself, and then we have the little mixtures. I am going to wait on mixing my salt only because I haven't decided how I want to use it yet. I have a few ideas, and I have a feeling that it will probably be like, in a sense, a type of travel protection, because I will be gone from for a few weeks. So maybe I'll use it as a protection, like I usually imagine like the element that I'm working with, and I love making like circles of protection, whether it be like around my car, or I might hold my backpack and make a ring and stand inside the ring of my backpack. We'll see. So that was another idea. And yeah, so that was the moon medicine box. I'm really excited about how that all turned out. And now I think it might be a great time for us to talk about the fire elixir. So this is an elixir that I've made. If you've never used an elixir before, what it is it's a bunch of different herbs that are infused within, like most of the time you see it infused within like an alcohol. They use like a really high percentage of alcohol. However, I don't drink alcohol, and made a promise to myself that I was not going to consume alcohol. So I made my elixir with vegetable glycerin instead. And this is a fire elixir, so it is a little bit of a spice to it. It does have a black pepper in it. So I think the main idea, and you can work with the medicine however you want to. I'm not here to tell you like this is what you need to do or not do. Like, please listen to your body and your mind and your highest self. Your intuition is always going to guide you right. But the way that I was thinking about using this for the full moon was the past few weeks, there's been a lot of changes in my life, like a lot of changes. And I have not vocalized many of them to anybody besides my closest friend here in Havasu and to my mom. So it's, I really feel like I'm back in this space where I'm saying F it all and I'm burning everything to the ground. And I am completely okay with that. And I sort of would like my elixir to invoke the element of fire, and I want to try to utilize the fire to my advantage. I want to try to burn off any energetic cords that I might be connected to, like with anybody else. I want to completely singe those cords off, send the energy back to its rightful owner. I will keep my energy to myself, and hopefully be able to create a space within the fire, or within the space that those connections were held. I want to fill that with a new type of determination and strength. And I really am needing to, I think I was going to say, not care what anybody thinks. And I think that I'm really good about not caring what anybody thinks. But I think like I'm just really at the point now where I just feel very misunderstood. So instead of feeling misunderstood, I just want to burn all of that away and just, I don't know, see what happens. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and prepare to enjoy our fire elixir. And if you don't have an elixir, you can still participate by setting intentions and focusing on your breath. But how I am going to start is I'm just going to sit in a comfortable seated position. I'm going to hold the medicine within my hands to feel a connection between my heart chakra, between my hand chakras. I've activated my Reiki, and I've sort of am spinning a circle of Reiki where the energy is leaving my right hand, filling up the vessel of the elixir, and then transferring to my left hand and then wrapping back around to do it again. Just taking a nice deep breath. You can gently close your eyes if you want to, if I haven't said that already. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale gently through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Imagine a string attached to the top of your head, pulling you all the way up to the sky, elongating your spine. Roll your shoulders up and down, elongating that spine even more. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. And in your mind's eye or out loud, you can speak your intentions as we call in the element of fire. Asking us to ignite the flame, spark the healing, blow on the embers. Continue to focus on your breath. You can gently shake the bottle, making sure we're mixing all of those beautiful ingredients together. Thinking spice, fire. I'm really fond of these bottles. Not only are they a very sexy black, but they also have these droppers that have a measure on them so you can see how much medicine you're getting. In reality, you really only need a few drops of this. This is a fire, so it's going to have a bit of a kick if you're using this one. And as we prepare, you might think of the truth that needs light. Maybe there's some adventure. You can think of an affirmation. Speak something like, I release limiting beliefs and embrace the freedom to grow and expand. Or maybe something like, I seek truth, wisdom, and personal growth in all areas of my life. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. And there's really no rush. I think whenever you feel ready, I do feel sort of rushed, but I'm not trying to be. Whenever you feel ready, you can take your medicine and you can gently place a few drops underneath your tongue. There's a part of what I just tasted that reminded me of Christmas, which I was going to say, well, that's funny, but it reminds me of December. However, this is the Sagittarius full moon, so it does sort of fall the opposite as the or the Sagittarius new moon that happens to be in December. So it's not surprising that it has that same type of flavor. And it's not like I could tell you specifically what it is. I feel like what I tasted was the emotion of Christmas, if that makes any sense. This really made me smile. I do still feel a little bit of a burn below my underneath my tongue, but it's not like a bad burn. It just feels warm. It would be really good in a tea also, so don't feel as though you have to put the elixir underneath your tongue. It's also really good to set in a tea. And I even have, so I guess I could tell you a little bit about the blends. So this is one of my first elixirs that I made. I'm very, like I was saying, I'm very connected to the fire element. The Sagittarius is my rising sign, so I feel like there is a lot of fire that I enjoy to connect to. And the idea was I was going to create these blends for each element. So I have blends for all 5 elements: ether, air, water, fire, and earth. And then I also have, as of right now, there are 2 plant medicines. There's the elixirs, and then there's also teas. So you could get like the fire tea if you really wanted some kick. I love the fire tea, but then I'm also I really like my spice. So fire tea works for me. So you could always put a little bit of the fire elixir. And then once the temperature cools down, I think it's near September, which it's still going to be pretty hot here, but beginning in October, I'll be introducing the 3rd plant medicine, which is the cacao. Again, it's going to have the same blend. So there's like the 5 main components that are made up into these different plant medicines. And I'm just so excited. All the ingredients are on here. Maybe it was like the raspberry leaf. There is raspberry leaf in this. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy or specific. I just like to really focus on my breath and set an intention before I consume it. And I try not to tell myself like, oh, I have to sit with the medicine for this amount of time. I feel like as long as I like listen to my intuition and I'm guided by my intuition, then I'm getting everything that I need. Just the act of me sitting down to work with the medicine is good on its own. So I do want to pull an oracle card for all of us. I'm using Nature's Whispers cards. I'll link them in the comments section down below. And if you guys are interested in signing up for a moon medicine box, the link is on my website. I'll also link it in the comments down below or in the caption. The deadline to order the moon medicine box is on the new moon, which is June 25th. So every new moon is the deadline to get the next box, and I make each box per order. So every box the box is being made specifically for you. It's not like there's a big mass production. The bracelet is being made specifically for you. Everything is being placed in the box. Like each box, each order has its own box. And when I make that box, I say, okay, this is their box. And then everything that I make for them goes in that box. So there's lots of Reiki infused. I have done some extra intentions for some of my closer friends that have ordered If you wanted a special intention in a box, you could always send me a message and I can add that for you. For the most part, everything is just like massively infused with Reiki. I should do a time lapse sometime of what it looks like with me packaging up one of the boxes. It's quite the process. It's pretty fun. But let's see what our collective card has in store for us. Giving it a good shuffle. I'm gonna give it a little cut again. Feels so good to be able to hold space for the collective, whoever's here joining us. Here is our collective card. Ooh, let's see what it is. Oh my gosh, potential gateway. Isn't that interesting? Here we are talking about all these shifts and changes. I know I'm not the only one going through them. I know there's been some massive shifts for some others that are happening. What a just glorious card. It's the very last card in the deck. Card number 50, potential gateway. I almost feel like that's what we had the last time. I felt like I held that card up and I explained how there was this beautiful tree, and in the trunk of the tree it looked as though it had like a gateway to another realm or another location. I'm gonna have to look back and see, because what a trip if it's the same card. So the card reads, a new course of or route is coming into your awareness. It's time to utilize your knowledge and complete the task at hand. As you finish one aspect of your life, begin thinking about what you would like to do next. This is part of your life's journey. You are constantly shifting and developing. You may feel contentment, fulfillment, and pride because you have accomplished something. There is productivity and reward as a bonus for your efforts. The good fortune you realize is evident that you are putting sufficient energy into your life's journey to get out of it all you desire. I hope that card reached you well, sending you all sorts of positive energy and vibes. And I feel like today was a little awkward, and I apologize again. Had I not had trouble recording this video like the first 6 times I tried, it probably would have been better. But if I'm being honest, I don't remember what device I used to record the last video. I think it might have been my iPad, and today I was trying to use my MacBook, and then I tried my cell phone, and then my MacBook wasn't working. So I'm speaking into the MacBook now, so hopefully it is actually recording. I don't see myself on a screen. It's black, so who knows what actually happened. But I feel like that's sort of the gist of tonight's gathering. Not a tremendous amount of like different things. I know I didn't light my kapal, but I think I want to keep it in the package and take this with me. I'm not quite sure why I feel like I need to bring more tools with me to the jungle. However, I am going to be in a city for a few days before going into the jungle, so maybe I will bring this to burn in the room that I'm going to be staying at. And if anybody has any questions about tonight's gathering, or if you wanted to set up some private sessions with me when I return to the States, I'll be back in July. So scheduling appointments for the week of July 7th, if anybody is ready and willing. In-person sessions, I think, are only going to be happening from June until October. I'm just sort of going to put that out there right now, at least in my current space now, where, like I said, lots of things were changing, and more than likely this is going to be a significant change. So we'll just see what happens. But if you're in Lake Havasu and you wanted to come and see me in person, that's the gist. So do it now. Just kidding. Do it whenever you feel like it. I'm always here. I'm always waiting. And I'm always available for distance sessions. Those are my absolute favorite. that is my jam, is distance Reiki. So anyways, I hope you guys just had the most wonderful time. Hopefully I didn't jabber around too long. Hopefully you guys got the gist of what's happening with the box. I know I didn't light a lot of my things, but that's because I'm gonna hoard it until I'm in Peru for the new moon. So anyways, I hope you guys had just the most magical day, and I wish you lots of love and sending you so much wonderful fire energy for the Sagittarius full moon, and tap into that adventure. See where you're supposed to be going, where you want to go. What is your heart dreaming of? Set those big dreams. They're not too big, I promise you. Mwah! I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.